fate is before you. Choose wisely.
93. I'm here with my man, Ken. Ken, tell the audience your last name. I know you're eating some of that good food, man, but tell the audience your last name. And I want you to tell the audience, Ken, what's been your experience since you've come to Brazil?
My name's Ken. I go by AKA Ken St. Patrick, Tails, photographer. One of the experiences I could share with you guys about coming to Brazil, in all honesty, man, if I told you how it's like here, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. So you definitely have to come and experience it.
Right. What would you say about the culture and the femininity of the women here compared to back east or the west? What would you say about how feminine women are?
It's night and day. Night and day. It's to a point where in America, they might not even talk to you, and both of you guys share the same rapport towards the same language, the same English, y'all speak the same.
Right.
But here, you guys don't even share the same language, and they'll literally wait for you to go through a translator just to communicate.
Wow.
And in America, they won't even communicate with you, and you can speak to them regularly.
Right. So it sounds like to me, Ken, that you feel like there's affection deprivation in America.
Correct.
But not only affection deprivation, it sounds like a lot of our women are entitled and they don't respect the black men in America. Now, I want you to also tell the brothers, are there black women here in Brazil?
Oh, a lot. Actually, man, 85% to 90%.
Right.
Of the women here are black.
Right.
Same skin tone as me.
Right. Ken, tell the guys real fast about some of your struggles while living back in your home state of Alabama. What did you see in the quality of the women? You know, Monique just did a situation lately about the bonnet brigade. And what would you say about the conditions of some of the women back in Alabama that you feel like needs correction?
I would say mainly we have a lot of women that call themselves women but don't know.
We're bringing to you live once again from the greatest state in the Union, the Tar Heel State. I want you guys to forgive me because my voice is a little raspy. Coming back from the sandy shores of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Listen to this. I did an interview, a quick interview with my dear friend Ken Hiawathi. And so the whole purpose of that interview was to more or less talk about some of the challenges that men in America are actually experiencing as it relates to affection deprivation. Affection deprivation is a concept where men feel as though they don't have the love and the respect that they need in order to be healthy. And one of the 7 core principles to becoming an optimized male is health. And health is a byproduct of physical and mental. Now listen, when a man is getting the love and the respect that he needs, it actually raises the good hormones in his body called endorphins. So in this quick little show or interview that I did with Ken, we were comparing and contrasting the dynamics between women in America, but also women in Brazil. We were looking at the economy between the women in Alabama versus the women in Brazil, and how the women in Brazil actually are a lot more accommodating. The purpose of this whole trip in my mind was to take notes, to look at things from an anthropological but also an anecdotal perspective, to help men in America understand how women from different cultures operate and how they think and how patriarchy actually operates. Now listen, I really believe that men in America are actually emotionally depraved. I don't think they get the love and the respect and the attention that they need. The majority. Now we know there are a few that get it, but the majority don't get it. And men often come into relationships being seen as a commodity instead of being seen as a human being. So I think this trip to Brazil actually did great things for a lot of the brothers because it gave them a different perspective. And I share with a lot of young men and older men with this same premise that women, regardless of where you go, they're all the same. Women at their hardwire are the same. They are socialized different in a context called nature and nurture, but they're all the same. So this interview with Ken was basically to get a perspective on where he's at, the things that he's seen, and how Brazil has been a healthy dose of reality for him, and what he can use to share with other young men in Alabama on what to look for as it relates to relationships. So, once again, Brazil, Rio de Janeiro was an awesome trip. I had the opportunity to meet some great guys and to more or less see things from a perspective of brotherhood, but also it gave me an opportunity to look at how cultures operate and how cultures are actually different based on the things that we see here in America. So I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this show or this little interview with my man Ken Hiawatha. And and I want you to let this marinate, or let those salient points marinate in your head. And I want you to remember this: if it ain't 7, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, it ain't right. Bring it to you live once again, as I said, from the greatest state in the union. And I want you guys to remember to always put yourself first, to love yourselves. And also I want you guys to understand that it gets better with time and age. Never devalue yourself. Never allow a woman or a man to devalue you, but always find that inner joy and peace. And a lot of times you can't find it within yourself, you can find it within the brotherhood. So salute to you, kings. Be well.